But we are live with another EUF event. Welcome back, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this event tonight. As always, if you do, please remember to like and subscribe. We're so close to the subscription goals. If you could help do that, that'd be massive. Tonight, we have Operation Kneifzange. It means pincer in English, but it's a German word. It's a one life event using the Scriptum Realism mod. As always, the standard affair, you know the deals. Respawn waves, limited equipment, limited roles, limited communications. Tonight, we have the Germans, the Axis forces on the attack, and we'll have a look at the teams very quickly. So the Allies on the defense tonight, we have the IR9, the Partisans, BIA, the 6GA, and the Partisans, and also RIP on the Allies. On the German side, on the Axis, we also have IR9, the 5th GB Division, and the 363rd VD, and I believe one more, or is that it? That is it. So that's the clans we got involved tonight. Hope you enjoy the event. As always, sit back, enjoy, and cast. So already we can see there is a big defense set up here by the Allied forces. Not often we get to see the Allies on the defense. It's usually the Germans on the defense, but you can see the Allied forces spreading out, getting eyes and ears everywhere, making sure they have at least someone looking in every direction with ears at the ready, eyes at the ready, so they can communicate and send that information to their team so they can be ready for any attack coming in by the Germans tonight. One thing I will say, I'm going to be holding back some of the information because neither team knows the full strength of the other team. They don't know what they have in their arsenal. They don't know what they can play with tonight. So I'm going to be limiting the information I say on the stream. But it's your usual EUF event. The attacking team have 3 objectives to attack and secure. The capture zone works similar to how it works in regular game modes, where the team with the majority of players in a given zone will begin the capture process. If they capture the zone, which is a 10-minute period, they move on to the next zone. Starts with an hour in the match, and then for every objective taken, 30 minutes is added for the attackers. There's an admin up in the sky flying around who's going to communicate to the teams to let them know when they begin their capping process and when they haven't. Already contact going on to fire here. You can see the BIA and IR9 members coming to fire here from the half-tracks. 2 German half-tracks rolling forward here. Machine guns blaring the MG42s. Custom half-tracks, specially made for the Scriptum Realism mod. You can see them covered in extra camouflage. And we've got a half-track rolling straight down here for the Germans. Already lots of casualties going down there from BIA. I heard a headshot as a German individual went down. Let's turn on both names now so I can see. It was Leister who went down, the driver of the half-track. As car opens fire with MG, trying to suppress the Allied positions as the Allies fall back a little bit. Huge wave of suppressive fire coming out here from the attacking German forces. Those 2 half-tracks, those MGs firing. More MGs firing from the tree lines as riflemen move forward as well. Few casualties suffered on both sides. No clear winner, but you got to say this overbearing, this overwhelming wave of fire coming in from the Germans so far. I've done a good job of pushing back the Allied defenders.
Stay behind the line.
You can see the custom kits. Again, part of the Scriptum Realism mod. So you have British soldiers here actually using the Thompson. Imagine that.
Johnny, where's the MG true? Can you see the MG guys? Or
I watched a random video last night. It was Gunny, you know, Gunny Sergeant, the guy who did Full Metal Jacket, and he was like the he was like the drill instructor. And it was a video of him. He had some kind of TV show where he like compared guns, and he compared the BAR and the Bren. And to my surprise, despite the Bren gun being British, he actually preferred the Bren gun over the BAR, and he really didn't like the BAR. Okay, fair enough.
Stay in line. Get in line, boy. Get in defense line. Hurry up.
Because the BAR is like hard to reload, and it's got a low ammo count, and it's not as accurate, and the barrel would overheat, and yeah. So good on him. Good on him for not being biased, and once again showing that British engineering is the superior engineering. We have the best tanks, the best guns, the best planes, the best boats.
Still have a shot over here, 300 meters away.
So, as always with these One Life events, there is a huge burst of action. Then it kind of quietens down as both teams look to reorganize and get into new positions. That's how these One Life events go. Lots of action, and then things quieten down again as both teams move to new locations. They deal with their injured, their wounded, they get their medics on scene, and they look to assault the next location. Let's just go on board inside the half track. There we go. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the driver now. Damn, can you imagine driving through this little slit? That is gotta be... How do you do that? How do you drive through this little slit? And you got one on the side as well? That's insane. I wish the doors could... modders. Post-scriptum realism modders. I know you want to make a model, or you want to make it so the doors can open and then people can climb in and out of the back in cover instead of having to jump up and over. Have it so there's like hold F and the door can be opened up. That would be amazing. I'm just saying that would be pretty fucking cool. A little bit of machine gun fire. You can hear the Bren guns firing in the distance as the MG42 is also return fire. A little bit of exchanging machine gun fire. A few rifle shots near me as well. Bullets ricocheting off there. Oh, great driving. So the Germans really don't want to lose these half tracks, as we've seen in all these One Life events from the AEF and the EUF groups. You can't just go and get a new tank or vehicle. What you're given at the start of the game is generally what you'll have for the rest of the game. So assets like this, these half tracks, you really want to hold on to them for as long as possible, because they're going to give you an advantage over the enemy. These half tracks allow for fast transport. They allow for cover from small arms. Also, the MG42, great for suppression. The German soldier dropped them, getting hit from a long-range rifle shot by the sound of it. Say British soldier falls. That MG42 spraying overhead.
Covering that barn, the wrong with the slate with the tile roof.
Yeah.
Can't see anything, but that's clearly where they're going to be forming up.
Oh, look at this little window here. Nice. This is a good... I didn't know this little position here. This is a real good position for that Bren gun.
A not very happy machine gun coming from...
No, let's not say.
I'm down.
Okay, that dinged something. Is that MG down?
I'm down.
Alright, okay.
Oh, wait, what was that? Periscope? Periscope? We've got a graphic issue here. Periscope. Someone flip that, send it to them. Inside this building. I found that graphic glitch. I claim credit for that. MG's firing again. These MG42s are so strong. Suppressing exactly where that Bren gunner was into those buildings, also through the bushes. Look at the bullets ricocheting off the building there. The bullet holes. in time. We could pray in time that eventually MG42s and machine guns in general, or just all guns in general, will be able to shoot through different surfaces more effectively. Arm Overhaul is already doing it with a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's have a look here. We've got a bombing run called in on the 363 VD here as they move into the outer hotel. Is this the hotel? This is the hotel, right? This represents the hotel. Yeah, there it is. Restaurant Park and Hotel Hartenstein. As the 363rd VD squad for the Germans move into that building. You can see Raz, that MG gunner, it looks like he wasn't retrieved. As the Germans continue their push, cautiously moving forward, but they are slowly pushing into the town, pushing the Allied forces back further and further. I'm just double checking how many respawn waves both teams have. Okay. I'm not going to say how many, because like I said, neither team knows the full extent of what the other team has. Look at that, man. Using the torch to try telegraph communications back, because obviously there's no commander chat in this game. There's in these events, there's no commander chat. There's no squad chat. You had to do everything through local. Only radio men can communicate with each other. So using that torch to try telegraph back to your team a message instead of sending a runner. Often a smart idea. It's projective, yes. It's Marsilio and Drax in the half-track. I do love these half-track, man. Anytime I see a half-track or just transport vehicles being used, outside of just hunting down tanks with a AT inside, I'd love it. I wish we got to see the lesser vehicles used more in public play, because the half-tracks are so cool.
The half-track is like 150 meters to our 250-ish.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
we reported it in at
is
ED
Garrick playing
14.
tonight? How many team kills is Garrick going to take tonight?
That machine gun, that's the half-track.
300.
All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard quickly to see what the first wave has been like. So we've got the Allies with 9 kills, 17 deaths, and 18 wounds, compared to the Axis, who have 4 kills, 18 deaths, and 6 wounds. The Allies leading the charge, but the Axis also have a lot more revives, 7 revives, so that kind of evens things up a little bit. They're still very even. As the Axis are the only ones who are being able to get revives out to their injured and down players. More Axis members trying to move into the hotel. Car 98 shots going out, suppressing Allied forces into the town. Every single window there you saw as we just skirted around. Every single window had a German soldier peeking out, firing out with his rifle. Let's head on over and see what the Allies are up to.
The line of buildings at 20.
They're either going to go to the bigger field.
Copy that. Yep. All right. Cool.
Okay. Cheers, cheers.
Custom as well. If this is something you haven't spotted as well, a lot of these clans in this mod have their own custom emblems on their uniforms.
East-west
So you can
line of
see the
buildings
6GA
on
here have their clan emblem on their shoulder.
Get
I
inside.
believe they also get custom loadouts as well.
1 moment, chaps. I'm going to get inside first.
So we've got a volley of mortars coming down here. I'm not quite sure whose mortars these will be. kind of landing in the center of two teams there. I imagine they are German mortars, though. Heinz, Booby. Let's go laugh at Zoid. See where Zoid is. Probably hiding in a corner like a coward. Yep.
Monk if they don't use it.
Hiding in a corner like a coward.
Just throw us off. I agree with you, it's a waste of assets.
And you can see how well entrenched the Allies are. They're not just all gathering on one line. They're making sure a lot of these buildings are manned and garrisoned. If the Germans want to push into the town and take the first objective, they're going to have to fight through these buildings, which is going to be absolutely devastating for them to do so. Frank. So what happens when you're outside, Frank? Holy shit, you died. Stiff. Jesus. Oh. I think that's a grenadier shot there. It was. And I can't see the... Oh, wait, there it is. Fomerton. Fomerton got blasted back by that grenadier blast then. Binoculars in hand. Second shot going in there from the grenadier. Not as effective.
I've got upstairs.
Let's get our eyes more on the sky. It's been a bit of a tame push from the Axis forces. Initially, they did push in very quick. A lot of suppressive fire, but they have stunted their push a little bit. It has slowed down. Meanwhile, we've got the 363rd. They're going on for a flank over here. And they've got a little bit of contact as the Partisans are meeting them. Casualties being exchanged on both sides as the Allies and Germans face each other on this far flank. Dan goes down. Joey's gone down. On the other side, Quartz gone down. Very even matchup here from both of these squads on either side. So we'll have to see who comes out on top here. Sten going firing down range from Wood. Braun is down. Oh, Echo gets shot in the back then as the Partisans have a little bit of support from the distance. A Bren gun position itself well in the, what that'd be, the two-story window. Able to fire down here, supporting his clan and his squad members. Yo, Steiner, you're a little bit close there, man. Getting a little bit personal. Back up. Jesus, he was getting a good whiff. You can see Partisans continuing that move around. Let's head back over to the other side of the field now. See, the German forces really are suffering a lot of casualties here. One of the half-tracks pushed forward, but unfortunately for them, didn't make it too far. Yeater, Crank both going down. Alves being left behind a little bit. His position exposed as Iron Glory moves the half-track. Maybe not knowing Alves was still alive. You see the second half-track trying to suppress through the smoke. His trace is going straight through that cloud of smoke now. As the German forces continue to push through the tree line over here to the farthest south. Although they're having a little bit of trouble. They've suffered a lot of casualties. 6J holding up the buildings nearby. Those mortars shifting their positions a little bit. The Allied forces drawing further and further back. They know not to hold a fight. Get the kills and move back. Retreat. Relocate. They're conserving their strength. Partisans here. Enrock, Wood, and Nava on the flank here doing a good job. Just like as I mentioned, they're not staying in the same location. They're moving. They're constantly rotating. Not letting the enemy know their positions to pin them down with mortars or grenades or do their own flanks. Anderson and Heinz here under a lot of pressure on both sides. That Bren going further back, able to fire and suppress on them. They've already had a few squad members go down. Looks like Anderson and Heinz doing a little bit of a retreat here. Enrock goes down. Wood goes down. Nava trying to return the fire. As Heinz and Wood there try to retreat. Get hit by the flank. Nava threw one grenade. Takes down Anderson. Grenades being exchanged on both sides. Anderson goes down. Nava managing to get Anderson. Heinz almost goes down as well. He's just bandaging himself up very quickly. So we've got a 1v1 now of Nava and Heinz. And Nava gets hit there straight in his face as he gets blasted back by a grenade. So the Partisan's flanking squad here does go down. Looks like Heinz used extra grenades there. He might have supplied himself with a few extra grenades with his ammo box. The Kobe's went out, and Heinz, licking his wounds, is going to walk away victor, although the 363 did suffer a lot of casualties there. Axis forces still trying to push forward. They've got both half-tracks still operational, and they keep manning them with MGs as the IR-9 are slowly starting to push through these buildings, clearing them one at a time. Allied forces just keep retreating back, embedding themselves in the next row buildings one by one, and the Axis forces are suffering a lot of casualties. One headshot goes down there as Mungdong peeked the window, hit by that Enfield shot. You heard his helmet go flying there. As that was a far back long-range shot from either the 390 IR or RIP. Could have still been 6GA, but you know, if Yablonsky's not playing, then it probably wasn't. What is this? Periscope. What is going on here? Why are these random assets like all over the place? Feel free someone to report that to Periscope. There you go, I'll zoom in. That's the building we're in. It's on Usabik. And there's a random close line on the inside. German mortars just endlessly raining down. It's maybe Kennedy who hit that shot, because you can see Kennedy actually has a few all the way through to that window. Those mortars have been firing continuously for about the last 3-4 minutes, maybe a little bit more. They have got a couple of kills, and they are doing a good job of putting down a smoke screen for the German forces to keep pushing forward. And eventually those mortars will start to land more and more on Allies' heads. As Nico goes down there, as the 6GA are putting down some pressure fire here. Big grenadier shot there, takes down 6 sticks. Not quite sure how Hannibal managed to live through that without any damage. Feeney almost went down. Maybe Sticks' body blocking the shockwave, saving Hannibal's life.
When Hope, Thunder, there's a big building with the word halt. I want you to move into those buildings there when you're ready.
Understood. Yeah.
Don't move back just yet, because that's a good position there.
Wearable.
So you can hear the orders going out there from the 6GA squad.
Sorry?
They're going to keep retreating back gradually. Zoid has found himself a new corner to hide in. And look at those mortars now. Those mortars raining down almost center of the town. There's a lot of machine gun fire just happens then. It sounded like a MP40. Hetzer, Feeney, Hannibal, all pushing forward. Some of the remaining members from that IR-9 Axis squad. It's interesting to see we've got members from a couple of members from both teams in the same clan. So we've got some IR-9 on the Allies and we've got some on the Germans as well. The grenades being thrown from both sides today have been very devastating. Halt!
But one of those stay calm in the red.
Winterhoop!
Well, people are
Netherlands!
Right, into the building here with B. Take up a window each.
Roger.
I've shot a few people down.
A Viking. What's that laugh, man? Sounding a little bit sadistic there. Sato at some point got blasted. I imagine he got hit by a mortar, shocking him through the roof. That can happen. Sometimes the hard cover of buildings does not save you from the mortars. Mortars can do damage through buildings at times. Especially if you're near a ceiling or next to a wall. Sometimes the damage effect can go through. So just have a look at the scoreboards again. We've got 23, 29, 32, and 2 for the Allies. Compared to the Axis, we have 14, 32, 16, and 7. You can see the Allies have pulled away just a little bit, but deaths-wise, deaths are pretty even. You see another kill there. Web goes down. These mortars just slowly pushing the Allies back as the wave of mortars continue. Followed up by the infantry moving in behind the mortars. MGs are firing again. Let's head on over to the MGs to see what they're shooting at. We have Schillinge with his MG42 firing down the main road, and we heard the half-tracks moving as well. And shooting at one point. Half-tracks were moving and shooting as well, looking to start rolling down this road. I'm waiting for a modder to have a half-track where instead of it being a machine gun, it's the half-tracks that had like a cannon on them, like a Pack 36 or a 38. Can't wait for that, man. I know there's going to be one eventually.
Movement southwest, 200 meters. Open.
Well, how much? How many meters? Where? Southwest?
100 meters southwest, 210
10.
at the building.
No eyes. Yeah. With the windows?
Yes, with a stone.
No eyes,
in
but
The
no eyes.
building with the windows. All buildings have windows. This man. Animal gets tagged down there, though. You could hear those little tap fires of the Sten gun. Feeney or Hetzer, whoever has the MP40, returning fire there towards the windows. Foot taking a little bit of damage. It's Hetzer who has the MP40. Feeney's moving forward as well with the Cal-98. You see those little pepperings of Sten bullets, that little 9mm. Keeping the German infantry at bay. More MP40s as Alvarez, Iron Glory, and Marcelio also come to reinforce, making almost a full infantry squad once again. MG42 almost... In fact, it did. That MG42 sprayed down Hetzer there. Was that Heinz? Who was that? That might have been Draxler. Draxler on the half-track just sprayed down Hetzer. Almost got Feeney as well. In fact, is Feeney bleeding out? Feeney's bleeding out, and he might not have a bandage. I can't tell. It looks like the bar is slowly going darker and darker. But then again, I'm also tired. I've been at work all day. So, my eyes are a little bit blurry. Marcelio, he gets shot down there. These Enfield shots. This has been a very good strategy here by the Allied forces. This staggered retreat has been working very well in their favor. Ceding territory to the attacking forces, but at the same time, it's not a full retreat. They make sure the Germans fight for every building they claim, whilst conserving their own numbers. So very good strategy so far from the Allies on their part. Alvarez pushing forward that MP 40. So let's just go on board him very quickly. This MP40 gets at close range, it could be absolutely devastating. Thunder shooting over the head there. Thunder missing his second shot. Alvarez managed to just get inside, dodging the bullets. And Iron Glory also gets inside. Thunder whiffing shots. Thunder, Bourne, and Pope all whiffing shots there. 3 of them whiffing the shots as Iron Glory and Alvarez get inside. A little bit more target practice is needed there for them. Feeney, looks like Feeney went down. Feeney was unable to join them, so Hannibal, Hetzer, and Feeney all go down. The remaining 3 men of those squads. They finally went down. They did a good job making it this far. Mortars continue to rain down. I won't be surprised if these mortars start shifting their locations a little bit after Alvarez and Iron Glory. Iron Glory is a radio man, so he might be able to radio back to the rest of the squads to let them know where mortars might be needed. Alvarez went down. Not quite sure how he went down. Maybe he got tagged through the window. Not quite sure. Is there a problem with this wall?
If anyone of these students does floors, I'll made in.
We've got Pope's got the cup gun. The cup gun, cup holder. And there comes the mortars. Thunder, Kennedy, Cheesewright somehow managing to get away with that. The mortars reshifting their positions. Cheesewright gets splashed now. And this is something that we just mentioned. We mentioned that Iron Glory might radio back a more effective position for those mortars. And those mortars are running down an effective spot right now. 3 kills to those mortars. Not quite sure how much time is left in the match because I've been streaming for longer than usual. The admins will know. I think probably about 30 minutes has passed, so about 30 minutes left on the board. And as the allies said, I'm not quite sure, was it Pope who said the German forces have called in their first respawn wave? I think he put it in the wrong chat by mistake, so all chat was used. So the allies probably know there's going to be a new wave of forces coming in. Another kill goes down then as Pope gets slapped by Iron Glory. Iron Glory with that radio man. Iron Glory does go down though. Is it the Iguana? The Iguana 41 or 43? Which one is it? Basically the same one. Zoid still in his corner. Robertson, medic, doing her job, getting people back on the feet as best she can. Let's go back to hiding names for a while because we did have the respawn waves coming in, so we'll hide the names to, you know, mask where the attack is going to be coming from, and it'll be a surprise to us. We can have a look at the kill boards quickly again. 32, 33, 40, and 4 to the Allies versus 16, 43, 20, and 7 to the Germans. So the Germans are behind on kills and wounds, but they are ahead in revives just. So the Germans suffering tonight, but they are the attacking team, and we always know the attacking team always has the harder job. And it's considering that they are still pretty close, considering that advantage that the attacking team loses. I am really hungry. I'm really hungry. And by the way, if you're wondering, these are. As always, we go live on Twitch before these matches begin, and we chat, we play games, we chill. And today, we was talking about poop and toilets, and also tug of war, and how I am a former tug of war 2 times back-to-back champion, also a football champion. So when it comes to tug of war, I know what I'm talking about. As we just watch the mortars rain below us, look at them being absolutely devastating to these buildings. We'll turn allied names on, just so we can see if any casualties, but these mortars doing a big job here. Big smoke barrage coming in as well. as the Allied forces are slowly starting to retreat back. Let's go, 5th Gigabyte Division. Yes. There's a big smoke barrage coming down. You can see here a few Allied riflemen firing as well from over on the large 3-story. Seb and Rosberg doing some long-range shots there. I wouldn't be surprised if Seb had the sniper once again. Yep, Seb with the sniper. Rosberg, rifleman in support as they're trying to shoot all the way down range. Let's just see if we can have a look what they're shooting at. If we see any Germans. Firing all the way down here. Look, all the way to this half-track. It's the half-track for what they're shooting at. And the Germans have retreated from the half-track just for the time being. Again, welcome. If you're new to the stream, as always, please do hit the follow button. Go subscribe to the YouTube, all that good stuff. And if there's any Twitch Primes, we do have a new sub goal. If we hit 50 subs, I will be doing a second mukbang with the McDonald's menu where subscribers can order an item from the McDonald's menu, and I'll come and do ASMR and eat it. Because, hey, why not? We also have the first subscriber goal hit, where I'm going to be playing Just Dance. I'm going to try and get a special outfit for when I play Just Dance. Inspired by Amarath, the hardest working streamer on Twitch. Alright, let's just hide names again. Take in the atmosphere. See the Allied forces running behind us here. Behind the houses. These are my favorite parts of not just post-scriptum maps, but any FPS maps in general. The more urbanized a map is in an FPS game, the more I like it. I love urban maps, man. And this is actually one of the few maps in post-scriptum that has a large urban-esque center. Granted, the streets aren't that narrow, but this and Arnhem are actually, I believe, the largest towns in-game. Even larger than... Oh, you also have Carutan and St. Mariglees in Chapter 3. Which, again, some of my favorite maps because they're large and urban. But in Chapter 1, it's basically this and Arnhem are the only real large urban maps. Best, it's got a urban-esque area, but basically it's just one street and a couple of rows of houses. Those mortars just absolutely pounding away at the Allied defensive positions here. Trying to unsettle them, break them out of their embedments. No doubt trying to hope for their infantry to push forward. A few extend shots going out there. Foot is saying someone's dead. And we can hear the MG fire starting again. You can see German forces moving down these row of houses. Hetzer goes down. 5th Gigabyte Division moving in. Ion 9 moving in. And look at the half tracks in the distance. Ion 9 with the Blitzkrieg transport drop here. Look at that. It's like an APC carrier from Command & Conquer rolling down the street, dropping off some infantry close to the fight. Trying to use speed and firepower to their advantage here. Albers and Iron Glory, they're going back to the building they were killed in originally, looks like. Albers glitching out a little bit there. I'm not quite sure what's going on. His character model is... As a big wave comes in for the German forces here. Kartov using that MG, trying to suppress any windows, any buildings he can. Draxler, the first one to go down here on this push. The Zoid squad holding up this free row of houses. Halt, they say. As Zoid gets a kill. Jonathan goes down there. Kartov jumps off the half-track as the half-track slowly retreats up the road. Maybe looking to do another ally infantry droop drop. It'll be interesting to see if we saw another droop drop, another troop drop off from that half-track. Oh, Lloyd is dead. That's a shame. Fuchs moving in. deciding not to move in. Deciding to move in again. As the Allied positions are looking a little bit weakened here. Grenade goes out, hit Leinster and Yeater. They almost hit double kill. Alvarez goes down as a Rip squad hold up the corner of this little neighborhood. I don't know what you'd call this. Like the backyards. They're holding down this little backyard area of these residential houses. Alvarez goes down as he's tried to cross through the courtyards. Big cup holder shot there. Card gets splatted. Loses his, well, I don't know what body part is what anymore. God damn. Iron Glory, Radiant Man. Another big headshot goes out there, or a body shot. German forces clearing the buildings one by one now, are getting very close to the center of Oosterby, the little town. Oh, was that a gammon bomb? That might have been a gammon bomb that got thrown then. So getting up Alvarez. Iron Glory trying to cover as many windows as he can, trying to suppress. Enfield shots raining overhead. Somehow Iron Glory and Leicester making it well. Alvarez goes down again, unfortunate for him. He just got picked up, but he goes down. Iron Glory, the next one to push forward. Iguana in hands. Putting shots down range for the Iguana. No kills yet. It's firing upon Kennedy and Bourne's position and Pope. Winter looking to push in. Foot and Hope, the only ones alive on this row of buildings as Winter's trying to call across to his team. Remember to get closer. Big grenade goes out there. Takes down Fuchs. Almost takes down Winter. Winter needs to bandage himself quickly.
Yeah, we need to fall back now.
Right, Foot, listen up.
That grenade perfectly balanced.
Remember, if you do your own thing, don't go for you get mad.
I died,
Foot's
man.
dead, he peeked again.
What is dead? He did peek again. When there's an absolute tidal wave of German soldiers pushing in across the street. Allied forces dropping further and further back. That staggered retreat still working well for them. The next line of defense is the large governor's building surrounded by the outer wall. Machine guns are placed. Ready. Johnny Depp, Rosberg, Marcus all trying to hold the line as there's a German flank coming in. You can see the 363 flanking in as well. Allied positions looking very weak here. But these staggered retreats have been very good for them. And the Germans are still suffering a lot of casualties. Bourne gets hit by that MG42. You can hear that MG42 riddling the windows here. Pope then gets hit. Cheesewright gets hit down as well. Allies suffering a lot of casualties here. Every time you hear the tinging of metal, that's another Allied soldier falling down because there's a weird audio book. There's an easy way to know if Allied soldiers are dying in this mod because they make a metal robot sound when they die. Look at these mortars as well. These mortars raining down exactly where they need to be. How cool would it be if this, again, modders out there make this trans system work so it like just goes continuously up and down automatically, or make it so a player can like pull the lever to make it go forward and back. That would be pretty cool. You and your squad jump on the tram and you could make it go forward and back, up and down the street. Pretty cool. Anyway, Marcus goes down. Flo is the only one alive on this row of buildings now. He's trying to hold up the stairs as best as he can. We've got a stairway camper. Point at him. Point and boo at the stairway camper. I do the exact same in this defense. Johnny Depp vaping it up in the trans system. Doing his best to hold back this big tidal wave of forces. Kennedy and Hope giving up a new position. That staggered retreat continue
agree with
onward and
you.
onward. The mortars, everything. No gunshots, no mortars. Ah, this side again. I didn't last very long.
I think I can next to me, probably to the south, other side of the road.
Yeah, they're in the next building. In the building next to me. Oh, he got killed from the MG.
Someone outside your building, south, very close.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hold my entrance.
Can you imagine if Flu could like
Can you then?
throw a grenade backwards through this window and just drop it in the hands through? Meanwhile, Fuchs is opening up with that SG-44. Carlson goes down in the large governance building. Bren returning fire. He's got a... Oh, and the MG-42 got itself into a perfect position there. Alto goes down. The Partisan 6J holding up the best they can. Was that a Gammon bomb? Oh, and a second shot takes down the MG-42 and Fuchs. That was a perfect shot there by Johnny Depp. I think he's actually a grenadier. That MG goes down. Also, Fuchs, they're not being revived anytime soon. And that MG-42 going down means the central building is no longer suppressed, but a big bomb lands on the inside. The Germans throwing gamma and grenadier shots themselves. The Partisans losing out a lot of individuals there. And what's left of the Allied forces is under a lot of pressure now. We've got about 8 Allied soldiers left as the German forces pulling closer and closer. But the Allied forces are in a fortified position. They can maybe just pick off kills one by one as the German forces try to cross the street. This is all about kill count now. The Allied forces, what remains of them, need to add up the kills as best they can. Mortar goes down over here, the 363. This is almost a full squad from the 363rd over there. Artillery strike. I'm not sure whose artillery strike it is, but it must have been the Germans, and it landed perfectly on the governors. It looks like all the Partisans have been mostly taken out. That artillery strike sealed the last nail in the coffin there for the Partisans holding down the governor's building. So there's going to be radio silence. Robertson doing a good job there, trying to get anyone they can back on their feet. As Johnny Depp in his little tram. See, the controls are there. Just run up, hold F, forward, backwards. Modders. And if you do a good job, I'm sure Periscope will put it in the game officially. You just remove the doors or leave them open so people can just jump on and off.
I can't hear you very well.
So wow, we've got a little bit of lull in the combat again. Let's just have a look at the kill board to see what's happened now. So for the Allies, 45, 49, 60 to 11. But the Germans are starting to climb it back. 32, 58 to 42 to 13 revives. Axis to catch the crossroad. And just like that, the Axis have taken it. Johnny Depp is a brain player. He's been playing very well. He got a nice little double kill a second ago. But the first objective has been taken by the Axis. They controlled the crossroads, and you can see there was no Allied forces left on this crossroad. The only Allied forces left were pushed down back over here. So now this Allied section needs to fall back and get ready to defend the second objective out of 3. There is no time in between objectives. Both teams can attack or defend as quick as they want. So all the retreating soldiers here can be shot in the back. And likewise, the Germans can try to assault the next camp as fast as they can, while the defenders scramble to get into hard positions. 30 minutes being added. I imagine there's probably about 40 to 50 minutes left.
Okay.
I imagine that 30 minutes added had it. Oh, Johnny Depp with a big grenade.
Don't have any.
Wasn't too bad. Just felt a little bit short. That grenade just went, what was that, 10 yards further? He might have got a double kill from that. Good effort from him, though, there. So we'll just... Wait, did someone actually just die then? No. Okay. We'll just hide names again. Because both teams are going to be reorganizing themselves now. So we're just going to hide names again. Just chill for a second. The allies are going to be obviously respawning with their wave on the next objective. And we'll have to see what the Germans do. These hiccups. These hiccups. These goddamn hiccups. Just chill. To everyone who's watching on Twitch, how you doing? Oh, Johnny Det goes down. I think that was Johnny Det. He got shot by the... yeah, Johnny Det hit by the 363rd. Only flew left now. As he puts a few shots down. To everyone who's watching on Twitch, are you enjoying this event? And to those who are watching on YouTube, who are going to be leaving a comment, as I say this, those who are leaving a comment, those of you who are typing a YouTube comment right now, you're going to tell us how you enjoyed this event. And, you know, you're gonna tell us that you want to join them in the future. And you're going to be asking, how can I join them in the future? Look in the video description. There'll be a link to the AEF and EUF channels, their Discord channels, and you join them, just ask questions, they'll figure it out, and go from there. Looks like, I'm not sure if those are German mortars or Allied mortars, but either way, Jeff, my name is Jeff, he goes down there. I think those were actually German mortars trying to give a few little smoke screens for the German infantry to push forward. Ooh, hot damn. What's going on down here?
2-3 man spacing now. Spread out. Stay in line, but spread out. 2-3 man spacing.
Huh? Go ahead.
Press, fall back.
We're heading.
Sporacity. Sporacity? Spadacity. Spatulas.
Okay.
Also, modders, make these vehicles, or Periscope, make these vehicles so you can drive them. You should be able to commandeer civilian vehicles. You know, just commandeer them. Just, you know, beep beep, drive them around. I'm just waiting for... That's a big push out there from the Allies. A big push out for the Allies. As they come under fire, you can hear the 363rd. Great. The Germans have found a little jeep. They're having a little bit of fun. They found one of the jeeps. And it's the 363rd now who are under pressure from this big push out from the BIA, 390 IR. And I think there's a couple of IR9 and RIP members in here as well. So a big counter defensive attack from the Allies, but they ain't sticking around for it. Kneifzange, he gets tagged on the way back. MGs, look at the MGs just firing over the heads as they all have to hit the deck. Thrown back as those MGs are clearing the bushes and just shaving over the little ditch line there, the little raise in the ground.
Stand up and run.
Get up, boys, get up.
Or Dave. My wife now, Dave. She's my wife now, Dave. Who knows what that's from? She's my wife now, Dave. You're my wife now, Dave. Blue goes down as well. Down.
Now it's gone eerily quiet.
Yeah, that's kind of worrying, isn't it? They haven't even got smoke. Oh,
Oh, here they are.
yeah,
I think they were just loading.
Yeah, they don't have smoke. There it comes. The artillery landing smack down on the one building that provides hard cover to this railway crossing bridge here. So there is no hard cover. I guess the bridge, if you get underneath it, but it's not exactly safe. That building there is the only piece of hard cover next to this bridge. It might be a hard one for the defenders to hold this. They can't do that staggered retreat like they did with the town. There's no buildings to fall back to. They either hold the line or they don't. That's as simple as that. Turn the name tags back on so we see, can see if these mortars have any effect. I feel bad for Dave and Flu. Look, Flu is so close yet so far from a medic. He's so close yet so far. Dave, on the other hand, my wife now, Dave. He's whoa, what's going on with this tree? Sorry, Dave. This tree is more interesting. What's going on there? This tree's playing Minecraft.
Take cover at the left side.
Bombington, Thunder, and Ras. They might want to mute their audio for a while. Because I feel like these mortars are going to be hitting on their head pretty much the entirety of this next objective. I feel like they're going to be bearing the brunt of these mortars, probably. Poor guys.
Copy, I will. Jared, keep in mind and watch for any incursion from the southwest.
Holy shit, these mortars need to stop. They're even starting to, like, give me PTSD now. There have been a few casualties from the Germans over here. I'm not quite sure how these casualties happen. Unless it was, like, a long-range Bren or a snipe. That's pretty impressive. Either way, the Allies and the Germans both know of each other's position over here on this flank now, as a machine gun fire and rifle fire is exchanged from both parties. Shall we play the game of where is Lloyd hiding now? Let's find him. Let's find where he's hiding. Oh, here he is. All the way in the corner. But the BIA squad and the RIP members are under a lot of pressure here. As you can see, further down the railway track, the Germans are crossing. Crit is going to bleed out. Ooh, he just got the bandage off in time. As Allied and German forces alike are shooting at each other straight down this long railway track. Both suffering casualties. Yeeta got hit by a long-range snipe then. And here Alviz with MP40s, Zyko, Iron Glory, Lysa and Crack. Oh, Crank. I thought his name was Crack. crack. Cracking some shots down. As we've had pretty much even casualties from the Allies and Germans. You can see MG fire coming from further back as well. See the Partisans all the way up to the... This would be the west. Yeah, down the western side. They've got a squadron ready to support anywhere they can. It looks like the Allied forces are dropping back just a little bit. This is a very hard objective, I've got to say, for them to hold. There isn't a lot of cover for them to use. And these German mortars are just going to continue to rain down on their heads. Buckstragon with a grenade. I think that's a very ambitious grenade. A little bit unambitious. Where's Johnny Depp with his cup holder? I'm sure he could hit a shot down this range. Easy. As the German forces are trying to pierce not only on the east, but also here on the west. The IR-9 have got a squad trying to push across, and there goes the suppressive fire already. Hetstrom, Philip, putting shots down, Raining Thunder goes down. I heard a German get headshot. Yeah, Feeney got headshot next to us. A few grenades being thrown there, I think, or were they mortars? Shadows glitching. Fobbington finally gets knocked out by a mortar shell. You can see the Allied forces dropping further and further back once again, as the Partisans are trying to do some suppressive fire further west on this IR-9 squad. But I've got to say, the Germans kind of had the advantage at this point. Oh! That was a big shot. Nico literally losing his head to that. Honestly surprised that Grenadier blast didn't get any more. But the Germans kind of have a little bit of advantage here because they actually have the high ground and they have more hard cover to play with. Artillery strike comes down, landing exactly where that BIA and RIP squad were. Finishing off the last of this Allied squadron over here. Buckstragon and Pete Puncher, they both go down to that artillery strike. Smoke barrage comes in afterwards, which allows for the Germans to push across more on the eastern side. Mortars on the bridge as well. The 363rd coming to support here on the west. So we've got an IR-9 and the 363rd squad moving in. The Partisans are going to be outnumbered and probably encircled if they don't start to rack up some names quickly or fall back. And you can see them falling back to hard cover just a little bit. Separating, trying to space out. Grenades and Grenadier blasts being shared alike. So the Partisans being hardy the best they can. Holding out, trying to hold back this torrent on the western side. Mortars being exchanged now over here on the west. Forcing the Partisans to fall back even further. I heard a Grenadier blast. Yeah, Emrock got hit by a German Grenadier, I believe. Also gets shot in the back as he tries to retreat. The Partisans trying to get back to hard cover. And also the extra foliage and of the forest nearby. 6GA have a firing line further back from the bridge, from the railway track. You got Foot going out there with a little bit of a scouting expedition. Foot might be able to get himself into a good position here to pick off a couple of Germans as they break across. You see the Partisans losing 2 more of their squads. They fall into the trees. Probably the best thing they could do at this point. Get into the dense foliage. Use it as cover. Try break line of sight. Don't throw away your life. If only he knew. One grenade would be huge. Only if he knew. Don't just stand in the open, Full. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't just stand in the open. grenade. Could be a big grenade. Was a big grenade. Psycho and Marcelo both go down. Iron Glory almost goes down as well. Big grenades there by Foot. I think he heard the rifle fire coming from further back from the 5th GEP. And then Marcelo opened up with that MG42. Foot. I can't believe it. Foot does go down. Foot almost got the flank on Alviz and Crank then. IL9 still pushing in on this side. 6J. Oh, the 6J have been suffering some mortar casualties. Robertson, Webb, and Cheeseride. Robertson was the medic, so that's going to be big to the Allies. Bourne also goes down. Hope goes down. Draxler gets hit by a grenadier shot. Kennedy gets blasted by a grenade. We've got a little bit of reinforcements coming here from BIA, Rip, and Sato. IL9 also. Lots of casualties on both sides. The 6J suffered a lot of casualties on this center hold. They suffered a lot of casualties. And Zoid hid in the corner. Didn't even fire his gun, I don't feel.
Oh, you guys are all dead? Nobody said I'm dead. You guys just kind of rolled over and died, no word. Alright.
They were fighting. What were you doing, Zoid? You're hiding in your bush. Viking Raider, Marcus, Johnny Depp, Jard, and Sato might be on a good flank here. Viking Raider, he goes down. Iron Glory, Cart, Leicester, and Yeeter. Oh, a big grenadier shot there. Cart goes down. Zoid finally moved out of his bush, and he's actually got himself in a good position here. Iron Glory goes down. Zoid doing a good job climbing up this tree, giving him some good visibility. One grenade goes out from him. I don't think it will get Leicester. No, it rolls a little bit too far. And I think the second grenade landed too far as well. If one. I hear a plane. Not effective. But you can see over on the far west, it looks like the Partisans pushed back out. Oh no, they didn't. They've retreated all the way back. But look at those mortars yet again. Casualties adding up in the middle for the Allies. The Allies need to clear up the east quickly so they can fall back to the center, because the Germans are pushing in on the western side. Yeeter with a little flank here. Yeeter's got that sniper. Zoid is getting suppressed by that MG42.
Yeah, I'm dead. It's all you, Kennedy. You have grenades on throne.
The remaining 4-man squad over here trying to do a flank, trying to clear out. Only Yeeter is alive over here. That MG42 is what got Zoid. Zoid was just suppressed there from afar by the 5th Gigabyte Division. Kennedy trying to not lose his head. Mortar's blasting him. He always goes down to a mortar. He needs to pull out that shrapnel quickly, as Yeeter is very close to Marcus. Look at this.
Spread, keep spacing, guys, keep spacing.
Copy, space to the right.
We hold this.
Good clearing, guys.
I mean, the the leans from left to right. Sato missing a lot of easy shots there, but hey, he managed to take out Yeeter, and Yeeter had that sniper. And snipers are so deadly in these one live events. Partisans down to 3 men. 6GA. Raz is holding point all on his own at this point. As look at the center and the west has been absolutely crumpled. The defenders have nothing left over here. It's just down to 4 in the center. And Johnny Jet Jard, they're under a lot of pressure as well. They're getting hit by those mortars. And they both go down. Those German mortars continuing throughout this match should be the absolute thorn in the side for the Allies. So any chance of reinforcements coming to the center now from the BIA squad, and there was one IR9 and Sato, that is completely gone. So it's just down to Ras and Kennedy. 2 6GA and 3 Partisans members now for the Allies. Try to hold it up. But here come the reinforcements for the Germans straight down the middle. The 5th Gigabyte, the 363rd VD. Moving straight down the middle. A couple of big grenades. You know, if Ras gets a couple of big, you know, double kills, triple kills, it might work out. As the 363rd also have a flank over here. And Crip gets hit by a grenade. All these mortars. Kennedy can't catch a break. No matter where he runs, mortars are following him. Kennedy just needs to go far away. He's attracting mortars wherever he goes. I do believe the Germans are going to take this objective, though, because there's just nothing left for the Allies, and I believe the objective was the bridge. Raz gets sprayed down there, so yeah, the Germans have taken this. There's only 3 Allied soldiers left for this second objective. The Germans have taken, and they have pretty much secured the bridge at this point. So that will mean we go to the 3rd and final objective. We'll have to see if the Allies can hold on to the final objective. I'm just going to bring up the map just so I can see what it is myself. It is that one, which is all the way over there, I think. Yep. Okay, I know what the 3rd and final objective is. I just had to double check. Are these German smokes? No, they're not. Those are Allied smokes. Are those Allied smokes or are those German smokes? I didn't see a team kill. Oh, but I don't have admin. So I think German smokes might have just killed Fuchs there. And a few team kills going on as well. A few team kills are going on for the Germans there. A little bit of miscommunication, as you can see. The 363rd are wiggling their heads. Cease. Stop firing. As the 363rd have stolen their 2nd Allied troop for this match. They like stealing these troops. I feel bad for the Heinz. Heinz got shot straight in the back by his own team. Also, these mortars are getting more and more team kills. Another team kill there. The Germans are actually, you know, kind of thrown a little bit here with what assets they have left. Every life is valuable.
Does somebody have a grenade? Yeah, throw it. They are? Okay.
That was a big grenade, but it just didn't land close enough to die. And then that MG42 on the side from the 5th Gigabyte takes down Dan. Kennedy! How is Kennedy still alive? How? Actually, at this point, I'm actually just amazed. Kennedy. Yeah, you are. I don't know how. How, Kennedy? How are you still alive? I don't think you're going to be alive for much longer. Oh, that's a big grenade. That's a big grenade. That's a big grenade. Oh. Wait, did it die? Oh, that 2nd grenade was so close to core. So close. And it's down to Kennedy. Okay. Well, it's definitely safe to say now that the Germans have the 2nd objective. It's definitely safe to say the Germans have taken the 2nd objective. God damn it, guys. I've got work tomorrow, and I've not eaten food yet. I was hoping this would be a quick game. I was hoping the Germans would fail on the 1st objective. Now we're going all the way to the 3rd. It's a 2-hour event. What is this? It's going to be a 2-hour event. And I've not eaten food yet, man. So we're going to the third and final objective as caught from the 363. Obviously, they steal another Jeep. We're going to the third and final objective. We're going to hide names for the time being. The next objective is quite far away, so we're not going to see any contact for a while. And there's no allies on the retreat because they're all dead. So it's going to be a little bit of a while until we see the next little bit of contact. I love the Chapter 3 American Jeeps more than the Chapter 1 ones because it's just higher res, more details, better graphics. Although they are too big. If you've noticed, and this is something I noticed myself, but someone confirmed it to me the other day, that the Jeeps in game are too big to what they were in real life. They're like 1.5 the scale. These Jeeps in real life were a lot more cramped. You were basically sandwiched together. They were a lot smaller than they are in game, from what I understand. Both of them, the Chapter 3 and Chapter 2, they're a little bit too big. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I'm not a history nerd. Someone will have to correct me. It just means the Germans get a bunch of extra transport vehicles now. The Germans can utilize these transport vehicles for themselves. They have stolen them. They can use this to get into bigger positions now. To bigger and quicker positions. Okay. And there's the 30 minutes added. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this to go on for so long. It's probably safe to say I'm not gonna get this rendered for tonight. So this probably isn't gonna be up on YouTube until at least Saturday. Just so if you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing it late. You should have been here Thursday night. Live. But yeah, we'll take a little bit of a pause. Let's while we wait, let's have a look at the kills, to deaths, to the wounds, to the revives quickly. So going from left to right, the Allies have 59 kills, 93 deaths, 84 wounds, 13 revives, and 687 heals. Doesn't really matter for the heals. Compared to the Germans, who were massively behind, they've completely turned it around now. 72 kills, 83 deaths, 83 wounds, 26 revives. So you see the Germans have now overtaken with kills. They're less deaths. They're basically even on wounds, but they're double the revives as well. So the Germans, that just shows how challenging that objective was for the Allies to defend. That objective was a very hard objective to hold. The mortars for the Germans doing a big job there. Let's have a look at the kills quickly because we've not done that yet. So with 11 kills, we have Seb, who is a sniper for the Allies. I believe he's probably going to be leading the charge. And then Johnny Depp, who is 80 with 5 kills. On the German side, I'm going to guess it's the mortars who are leading. Oh, I actually don't see a lot. It's actually very evenly spread. So I think 9 kills with Mika. He's a pioneer. I imagine he's probably on the mortars because he hasn't died yet. Then second, we have Krupp, 7. And again, I think he's probably a mortars because he's not died yet. And I've not seen their names. And then joint with 5 kills. We have Heinz and Muller, 5 kills each as a rifleman. And I think one's a grenadier. So yeah, the Germans are going to be taking their time. They have the vehicles at their disposal now. I'm going to fly over to where the next objective is going to be. And then we're just going to chill and wait. It's a long way away, so it's actually a good thing those German... it's a good thing the Germans actually got the vehicles because it's a goddamn long drive. And I wouldn't want to be waiting 10 minutes just for them to get into position from running. Or even longer in this case. So how are you doing, chat? And YouTube comments. How are you doing? You had a good day? I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're having a good weekend. If this is out on the weekend. I hope everything's good. I hope everything's good. Okay, we're going to chill. And wait over here now. Both teams are going to be getting into position. This objective, like I said, is a long way away from the last one. So we'll chill. We'll wait. We'll talk. We'll have fun. And I'm really hungry. Did they have to... Why didn't they just lose on the first objective, man? Why did they have to keep going? Why did they have to keep going? I've got work tomorrow. And I don't even have a plan for tomorrow. Today was my second day of work. And it was good because I went in knowing that I have a plan. I have an action plan for the day. I went in. I knew what I was doing. I told my manager, like, hey, look, I know what I'm doing today. I'm going to get on with it. And you can let me get on with it. And I did my work. Tomorrow is basically going to be much of the same, but I've already laid the groundwork for everything. So now I have to, like, it's going to be a lot of just... It's going to feel like I'm not going to be doing a lot of work because I'm just going to be perfecting what I did yesterday. So it's going to be like small alterations that are going to be so annoying, like slightly fixing graphics because there's like a pixel out of line or stuff like that. It's going to be like, oh, it's going to be so annoying.
Copy. I'm just going to watch a railway with binos.
Copy.
My man got that 5-head going on. I'm glad that is I'm glad that bug is still in the game for this mod. The 5-head commander hat. God damn, his brain is so big. Commanders do have big brains though. I mean, you're a commander for a reason. Your brain is bigger than the the average infantryman. The squad leader in a tank though, their brain is just it's on a whole nother. It's gargantuous. You think that commander brain is big? Wait until you see this tank commander brain. Holy shit! It is so big. Fucking huge, mate. It's huge. How cool would it be if you could again? I'm giving out so many free ideas to Periscope and modders, but all the water towers on the maps like this and this other ones, the wells, the water towers, how cool would it be if you could run up to it and you could like hold F to refill your canteen? I'm just saying, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. And there's already the water tank model in game, like in the main base, you have the ammo trailer. There is the water trailer as well. That is meant to be fulfilling canteens, I believe. But obviously, towing's not in game, and there's no use for it. So, but you can find it. I believe it's a vehicle. There is a vehicle spawn command for the water trailer. It's like an American water trailer. It's got a star on it, big tanker on wheels, just like the ammo trailer. But again, these free ideas, modders, Periscope, Snazzy. I know you're listening, and I know you take all my ideas constantly, and you never give me credit for them, man. Come on, you got to give me some credit. Take the ideas and use them. God damn, they're so good. My ideas are so big. I'm such a big brain.
Yep.
I'm so hungry. Damn, what happened in this building? Oh, wait, does this one have a graphic glitch as well? No, this one's fine. What the hell? Who do we have here? Who do you think this is? I'm going to guess this is... Fobbington. Damn it, it was Rosberg. Fucking Rosberg, man. Let's find another one. I need to find one that's not talking. Oh, this is Seb, because he's got a sniper. That's easy. That's the commander.
3 times infantry, unsure whether it's friendly or enemy.
That's friendly, that's IR.
Well, I'm pretty sure we know who that is. It's the only girl who plays Postscriptum. Robinson. The only girl who plays Postscriptum. Okay, here we go. This is going to be Web. Fuck me, man. Okay. Oh, they're talking. I need to find the ones who aren't talking. Oh, no, 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 no. I can see his name in the... No, 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 no. We need to find the ones who don't talk. Damn it. Now we know Web is over there.
Did you hear me, Seb?
Is there someone up here? I heard them. Oh, I heard the mortars. Was that a misfire? I think we had a misfire. I love this big squad here. This like mix of IR9, RIP, the 390 IR. There's just like, it's just a big squad of mismatched members, just, you know, darting all over the place. I love it. Well, the mortars have begun. And Robertson's in for a good time if they're just targeting her. I hope you bought some ibuprofen. I hope you got some painkillers, because God damn it, Robertson, you're gonna be hearing those mortars for a while, I feel. Oh. All right. Well, at least now you can go AFK. You can mute the game now.
I'm down.
Holy shit.
She's right and down. Pass it on.
That is disgusting. Did she say she's right? Pass it on? I think Cheese Right's nearby. I don't think he'll be able to hear, especially with the mortars. I don't think there's a worse way to die in a one-life event than mortars and artillery. You literally cannot do anything about it. That's it. Just some dude on the other side of the map just clicks a button. Then you just waiting patiently for some action in your one-life event. Like, oh yeah, one-life event. Boom. Dead. You best hope it wasn't a full kill, so a medic can get you back. And you best hope that you wasn't the medic, because then no one's going to get you back anyway. So. Look how dense the... You really do forget how dense the tree lines are on Oosterbeek as well. Like, it's got really dense woods. Who's this? This is going to be...
Hey mate, Seb, can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah. Enemy spotted 140 position south along the road.
Yeah, I think I see him.
We've got a lot of shots going on. We've got the Partisans with a big outward flank through the trees. Putting some suppressive fire down onto, looks like an IR9 squad. Emrock gets tagged though by Car 98. Iron Glory return fire. Yeeter Spaghetti with that sniper has managed to get on the roof. And just 1, 2 already picking off. 2 Wood on the retreat. He's on the fire now. Joey and Dean were the ones who went down to Yeeter with that sniper. MG42 now firing over the precision. Wood is in a little bit of a divot, so the MG might not be able to get him. Oh, Yeeter has a spot. Yeeter's shots are flying all over the place. And the Partisans. Good attempt to try to do a flank. Oh, Wood. Yeah, you're dead. Yeeter. Oh, now you're definitely dead. Once those start. They're getting closer. That one got further away. And there he goes. Those fucking mortars, man. The goddamn mortars. It was a Wise that went down somehow. I guess that was a casualty sustained there. But the Partisans trying to do a big outward flank there to try hold back the Germans early on. Good attempt, just didn't pay off for them. Suffered some casualties there. Yeeter Spicky with that sniper on the roof, and also Marsilia with that MG40 was able to put down some good accurate fire. And then the mortars wrapping it up. Means that some early losses for the Allied defenders. And they don't want any early losses, because this is going to be another hard objective. There's a lot of hard cover that leads up to this objective. You've got the dense tree lines that the Germans can take advantage of, and these dense forests basically surround the entirety of the area. So you could move through these very slowly with a lot of line of sight coverage. And with those mortars uncontested, they're just going to be constantly. You know what? Where are these mortars? Where are they? Yeah, it is Krop and Mika. Go on, fire another one. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Doesn't look like that. Fire a mortar. Do it. Do it. Is there no animation? I thought there was an animation of the dude, like... Or is it just like a bug with a mod, maybe? Because he does look a little bit stiff, like his arms, like, stuck. I thought there was an animation for them, like, going... and then, like, leaning back a little bit. Can you imagine if Crop fires and it hits the tree right in front of him? Now that would be funny. God, I need to get away from here. Here, I hate mortars. I hate mortars so much. Not because I think they should be like banned or they're overpowered or anything. I have no interest in doing mortars. They're very boring for me. It's a boring play style that it just doesn't attract me at all. Did Robinson get rescued?
We're moving to the building at D934. I'm worried about getting mortared again here. I think Rosie's just been killed just south of us.
Oh, I think he's okay.
The mortars and artillery, bro. Down. Yeah, they're... sheesh. They're painful. Let's block the names again. Because, again, it's going to be a while before we get some action. Because, this objective is very far away. It is very far away. Again, I always say, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is how these one life events go. You have like a sudden burst of action, just constant, and then things slow down as both teams need to like respawn, reorganize, get into new positions, relocate, move across the map. So you do have these periods in these one life events where there can be a lot of downtime. It also depends on the map as well. There's some maps where, like Best, for example, it's a lot smaller. So even in a one life realism event with respawn waves, the action there can be very continuous. But in maps like Usabek, which I believe Usabek is one of the biggest maps, if not the biggest playable zone map, it can be a little bit slower in areas. Damn, that's actually a good view. That tree there. This is how slow it's slowed down at this point. That tree there looks really high res on my screen. It's almost like it's a like a photo. What's that graphic style called they use for some games now? They're like photogenic, where they take real life photos. slap them into like a simulator, and then it spits them out in like a playable game. Like they did it with GTA recently, some university, where they made GTA 5 real life, because it was like a, it was all AI simulated. Too nerdy, I know. What can I say? I read random articles. I just heard a massive firework. Now I can't, I might be getting PTSD because I can't tell if I'm hearing the mortars in game or if I'm hearing fireworks outside. I swear I just heard like it was like an earthquake. It was just like constant like. It's like just a constant like roar for like 10 seconds. Holy shit, you're brave. You're brave. You're brave. You're very brave. You're very brave. Oh my god. Dave. Dave, why? Or was it Seb? I think it was Dave, because he ran upstairs with a little bit of health missing. Dave, stop! Dave! Dave has no fear. That's actually a really good window here as well. You can see all the way down the street. This little narrow window. Oh, I heard some machine gun fire. Okay, we got a little bit of machine gun fire. Action is coming. As it's a 6GA over on the north side, exchanging a little bit of gunfire with the 363. And Zoid is hiding in a bush, in a corner. Again. No surprise. Let's just have a look at the kills again quickly. From left to right, we've got 60, 99, 87, 14 to the 77, 84, 89, 26 of the Axis. So the Axis still in the lead, especially when they took out the Partisans earlier. There has been a couple more casualties over here. I'm not quite sure how these casualties have been obtained. Maybe some long-range sniper shots from Seb, because Yeeter has gone down on the roof, and Yeeter was sniping earlier on. We've also got Fuchs and Summer both go down. Maybe a little bit of misfire from the mortars. Who knows? Or it could have been some long-range shots. Either way, that's good for the Allies. God damn those mortars. Edel goes down there as he and Baum run into the BIA and IL-9, that large squad that's been roaming through the trees. We had a lot of casualties over on the north as the 6GA are combating the 363. The 363 have basically fallen into a little trap set by the 6GA. 6GA members fell back a little bit. And looks like they've done some good exchange of fire. Oh no, they haven't. Sorry, it's Zoid. Zoid has gone down. Maybe he threw a few grenades. Him and Foot. Oh, game crash. Are we okay? Are we okay? Okay, the game crashed a little bit. Zoid and Foot both going down. As Braum and Inkle go down. So I thought it was the 363 going down there, but no, it's equal exchange on both sides. Mortars still being a pain. And the BIA and this large squad over here to the south has cleared out that little two-man group from the 5th Geb Division. So we've got a flank coming in from the north and south for the Axis on this final objective. I don't know how much time is left. I imagine there's only probably 20 minutes left. I've been streaming for 4 hours now, which is long. So I imagine there's probably at least 30 minutes left. So the Germans can't hang around for too much longer. They're going to have to start making more and more ground because there is a time limit to these events. And I'm hungry. I need to sneeze. But yeah, the Germans have been very cautious with this third objective. They've been very slow in pushing in. They've had the assets, the transport vehicles at their availability to do large flanks and to move in quickly, but they have taken the time with this, letting the mortars just rain down over and over again, trying to soften up the defenders so the infantry can then funnel in. But they have been very cautious with this. The Allies have been suffering casualties, though. That Partisan squad got wiped out. And they have been suffering gradual mortar casualties as well. So they are losing defenders little by little. So the German tactic is working out. As the 363rd had their medic on hand, so they've suffered no casualties over here on the north. Their medic quickly got their downed individuals up. As Arnwald got the MG34 with the spotter of Heinz. Grenade. A big grenade there lands right on Forbidden and Pope. Thunder almost goes down. Thunder threw a grenade back, did take out Heinz. Robertson. Getting her comrades back up. Thunder goes down, sprayed by that MG. Bourne goes down. Kennedy goes down. And look at Court. Little snake on his belly going through the grass, but he's getting shot by a Sten gun. That is needs to be single fired at that distance. I don't know who's. Come on. Cheese right. God damn it, Cheese right. Look what you've done. Tap fire, man. Tap fire. Burst fire at the most. Don't go full auto with it. Tap fire, Cheese right. Robinson. That's a big grenade by Robinson. Just doesn't go. Just goes a little bit too far. Pope and Fomerton go down again. Robinson died with a grenade in hand. And Brown and Scots go down, I believe. Oh, that was another grenade by Hope. Court also goes down. So the 6J is suffering a lot of casualties in the north. And meanwhile, in the south, look. All the Allied forces in the south have basically retreated. Allowing for the Axis forces in the south just to funnel in. Hope is still alive. Hope can still pick up some kills here, especially if he has a grenade in hand.
I think he got most of them.
I love when two bolt actions meet. They see each other, they stop, and they just kill each other. Like, wow, great. Well, Hope was the one who lost that because he got headshot. Anderson can probably be picked up by a medic. And it's not looking too good for the Allies at this point. They've had to cede a lot of ground to the Germans. And the Germans can now start to do their encirclement, closing in on all sides. Mortars still raining on. The Partisans are trying to do a little flank here, trying to help support and rush back to the camp, but I don't think they're going to make it in time as Rosberg goes down. Carlson now is all on his own. I think he's the commander, if I'm right, and he's getting flanked. Well, he's not getting flanked. He's getting pushed by Alves.
Is that friendly?
Nope.
I don't know.
No, it's not this grenade.
Lost them. Left.
One down.
Carlson got shot through the wall. Clever. You can shoot through walls. And Carlson goes down. That is the team commander. So with the team commander down, the Allies are going to be in a little bit of a trouble now. They're going to lose some valuable communication, some organization, and what's left is the big Roman squad of the BIA, 6GA, 390, and RIP. They're all what's left at this point. Partisans are on the flank. We've also got Peach Puncher down here, trying to link up with some squad members. Kartov has a great position here. He's able to shoot all these allied defenders right in the back. None of them are aware that he's just killed the commander and he's just now taking pot shot at them. Also, those MGs, you can hear the MGs being set up in the south. This pocket of allied defenders are just slowly being sandwiched and picked up one by one. Every time you hear a ting of metal, that's another allied soldier going down. You can see what's left of this little token force here is now having to relocate. Marcos gets sprayed down by that MG42. Bugs Dragon pinned down. Flew, Cheese Right, Jarred, Crit, all under that pressure. The Partisans still have members alive. Peach Puncher on a little bit of flank here. He might get spotted though as another wave of German troops push in from the south. I think the Allies on this third and final objective just rotated. Winter's staying alive. Is he? I'm pretty sure he's dead. I think the Allies just rotated at the wrong time on this third and final objective. They ceded all the land to the south. They tried to reinforce the north. And by doing that, they just allow the Germans to push in from the south. Now the Germans have a foothold in the tree lines. They can also take all the hard cover. Peach Puncher goes down. The Partisans are now under pressure from a stronger in number and more firepower, I believe, German squad. Big exchange of grenades going on. One using a brain gun, trying to fire the best he can. And then we've just got 5 allied soldiers trying to retreat to the south. The 363 still have almost a full-strength squad in the north as well. It looks like the Germans are looking to finish off by wiping out the Allies completely. Mauser goes down. Ultrasack, Crip, and one are the only ones alive. Feeney with a big grenade. Feeney's probably going to get killed here with that grenade. Lands right next to one. Sack goes down. One gets hit by it. He's bleeding. And you got the 363rd over there. They're shooting the central defenders in the back. Script goes down. One is the only one alive, so one needs to fight for his life now. And the little force that's left from the Allies are taking shots from all sides. They're getting shot from the north, from the south. 5 allied soldiers alive. The Germans are moving into the train station, which was the center of this cap. One has that Bren gun. He might be able to get a few kills here, but it looks like Feeney is going to fall by the Germans aren't even going to bother to try to push down there. They're just going to move towards the hard cover, I believe. The 363rd are pushing in deeper and deeper, causing the what remains of the Allied forces just to be sandwiched. The 5th Gigabyte Division, first in the station. Yep. They're the first in. Caught. And Inshell working well here, side by side. They know exactly where the remaining Allied forces are. Guard goes down. Beaten in that little gunfight.
Is he right around the corner? bayonet. Got him, man. Thank you.
So only Inshell lives now, and he just his legs sticking through the wall. Oh, and Flu gets shot from the train station. Never mind. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're next to walls. You can get shot through the walls, especially if your leg magically teleports through the wall. Chief's right. He gets headshot. Bucks, Dragon, and Crit are the only ones alive. And oh, and one is alive all the way over there. He's you know, he's not in a great position, but miracles have happened. But yeah, I believe that is going to be a German victory for tonight. The Germans suffered heavily at the beginning. That first objective was very hard for the Germans to push. They had to use, I think, 2 respawn waves on the first. Crit just goes down there, so only Bucks, Dragon, and 1 is alive. The Germans had to use 2 respawn waves, I believe, on the first objective. But after that, the second objective fell very quickly with the mortars. And this third objective also extremely... well, it wasn't quickly... But when we did get some combat, the Germans basically just walked in. The German forces, they just moved in from the south as the Allies rotated at a bad time. They left the flank open, which invited the Germans just to move in. They took the cover, they took a little bit of the high ground, and they was able to then sandwich the remaining forces of the Allies in place. Come on, one. Just rush it. You got a brain gun. Just get in there. You got nothing to lose. Go, 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 go. Oh. Who's in the window? Who is it? Look at this man. He's dodging bullets. I honestly don't know how he's still alive. Oh, no. Oh. Nah. Oh, that's GG. Only Bucks Dragon alive, but yeah. I think it's too late for him to do any plays. So that is going to be a German victory for tonight on the attack. And it was good. It was good. As always, a thank you to the admins and the clans for allowing me to cast this and spectate it. It's been fun. A quick run down the kills very quickly. Left to right, we've got 75, 124, 105, 16, 2, 102, 109, 122, and 31. So you can see the Germans, although at the beginning they were very far behind, they managed to pull it back. 15 kills with Seb as a sniper. I think that's the most for the Allies. And then on the Germans, 10 with Mika, who was on the mortars. And 8 with Krop, who was also on the mortars. 6 with Arnold there at the bottom. And yeah. If you watch this on YouTube, it's been a long one. I hope you liked it. Please remember, as always, subscribe. And yeah, YouTube, I'll see you next time. Much love. And a big thank you to this month's Twitch subscribers. Jabes, Wildane303, Kaiser NG, Mepinator, Wafflecopf, Callum Derp, Soft and Sally, Morning Calf, Fury Arrow 01, Treesap Jake, Yazoo _bot, Brolifer, It's Carl's Designs, Selly _Kitty, and The Juice 056.